this day. This is your day that you have made it, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Pray God for our county jurors, our county commissioners as they do business for Brazos County. Always lead them and guide them in the right direction and in the right path. Pray for the Brazos County Courthouse family. Remember them. Pray for Texas. Pray for America. Pray for our government, those up in Washington, D.C., that they will learn how to cross the aisles and work together for the betterment of this country. Pray for all of our law enforcement officers who lives are in jeopardy each day. Take care of them, protect them, because they are afraid of so much what's going on in the world. They need you. They need protection. So be with them. Now, God bless each of us around this day. In Jesus' name, everybody says amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Chaplain Jones, Commissioners. Second item on the agenda is to call for citizens' input and/or concerns. Hearing none, we'll go to number 3, presentations. Update on local Zika virus activity in Brazos County Health Department. Ken, you're going to lead off.
Morning, County Judge, Commissioners, audience, officials throughout the room. We appreciate the opportunity that we can come here this morning and tell you a little bit about what your health department staff has been doing for many months. The topic of Zika is a hot topic and one that we've taken very seriously for many months. You will meet one of our staff members here in a minute, our staff epidemiologist, who has been on a weekly phone call since about February. And there have been occurrences throughout Texas in response to Zika presence and international traveled folks. And that's all we've been able to see so far in Texas. But of course, the fear and the concern is that domestic mosquitoes would be the next challenge. I will introduce our staff very quickly. We'll make this short and sweet. Julie Anderson, you see before you, many of you know Julie. She is the director of our clinical services, community health services. Here is Yao Ahpalu. He is our epidemiologist through a state grant beginning in January. Thankfully, it started just before all of this. So this is his area of expertise. He is also an MD in his country, but he is here as an epidemiologist in ours and fortunately on our staff. He's just a very valued member of our staff. Kurt Johnson is sitting here hiding behind the pole, and he is our staff expert on mosquitoes and their habitats and activities. So if you have any question about what's going on in the local areas with these two cities or out in the rural areas with trapping or our endeavors to be vigilant, Kurt will be able to answer any questions that you might have. We have a quick presentation here from Yao, and so if you have any questions for Yao or Julie, Kurt or Ken, just let us know. Julie?
While he finishes getting that up, I thought I would answer. We've been asked many times, how do we know when Zika is in our community? And we want everybody to know that when you go to a local doctor's office and they order the test, whether the test goes through a private lab or through the state lab, if it is a positive test, they must let the health department know. So first those communicable disease reports come through myself and another, and then they go through Yao. Then Yao does a full epi investigation, and once he determines that, like for this case, that it was travel related, he lets me know, and then my job is to do the communication system with our partners. So that would be, we have our health authorities who oversee us and we take direction from, and any community player that's been at the table with the planning, we let them know. For instance, I let the county judge know because we felt it was only right to let him know before, it was posted. So we let our community partners know, and then we do our press release, and then Yao has already done his investigation. So that's how we know whether it's travel related, whether it's in the mosquito pool here, And then Yao has got just a quick overview of Zika virus, and Yao?
Would you like me to do it for you, or do you want to do it yourself? Either way is fine. I'll be glad to do it if you want to just tell me when to your chance. Okay.
This is going to be a very short presentation of Zika virus disease. Next. Zika virus disease is a disease which is spread by mosquitoes mainly, from one human being to the next through a mosquito bite. Now, this is not a new disease. It was discovered in 1947 in Uganda, and the first human case was detected in 1952. There have been outbreaks of it somewhere along the line before 2007, but it became news after 2007 when outbreaks were reported in Yap Island, French Polynesia. But the latest outbreak, which we are facing right now in USA, started in May 2015 in Brazil. Next. Transmission. Zika virus is transmitted mainly by mosquitoes, infected mosquitoes which bite human beings. So the cycle is on mosquito, human beings to mosquito. And the disease is transmitted by a special species of mosquitoes, two of them, Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopicus. They are aggressive daytime biters, even though they bite at night as well. And this is the same species of mosquito which transmits dengue and chikungunya. The other methods by which the disease can be transmitted are through pregnancy, through sexual intercourse, by blood transfusion, by laboratory exposure, and studies are ongoing right now to determine whether virus is transmitted by body fluids as well. That is a picture of how the disease is transmitted. The symptoms of the disease, we know that 80% of infected people don't have any symptoms at all, or if at best, have only mild symptoms. But the most common symptoms are fever, rash, joint pain, and conjunctivitis or red eyes. Other symptoms include muscle pain and headache. Now, we need to note here that the disease takes only a few days to 1 week, and people rarely die of the disease. And it is thought that once a person is infected, he is prevented probably for life from further infections. And the complications of Zika are a microcephaly, which we have heard so much about, and is simply a defect of the brain which makes the head of a baby smaller than usual. And it is also noted that things like deficits in the eyes and impaired growth come along with this microcephaly. The other disease is Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a disease of the nervous system in which there is development of paralysis of the muscles or weakness of the muscles. The diagnosis is based mainly on recent travel history and the symptoms that the patient presents with, and blood tests are performed on the blood as well as the urine in order to confirm the diagnosis. We also note that the virus can be detected in many other parts of the body fluids and so on, including urine, blood, semen, saliva, breast milk, amniotic fluid, cerebrospinal fluid, the placenta, and even in the brain of the fetus or a baby which is born of a mother which is infected with the Zika virus. Next. Now, this is what is interesting because we want to know exactly what is happening. Now, as at the 29th of July, 2016, that is last Friday, about 1,650 cases have been detected in the whole of the USA. But in Texas, this is what we've been recording since January. But it is of particular note that in July, at the end of June, we had 49 cases. But in July, as at last Friday, we've had 85 cases, including the one reported by Brazos County Health Department. This means there have been 36 cases of travel-related Zika virus disease in Texas this month, or last month, July. Among these, we have 1 sexually transmitted. 3 of these 85 people in Texas are pregnant women who have not delivered yet. There's 1 case of microcephaly. How do we prevent this disease? The emphasis is being laid on individual efforts to prevent the disease, which is by wearing long-sleeve shirts and long pants, treating our clothing with permethrin, wearing or using EPA-registered repellents on exposed parts of the body, especially among pregnant women and children more than 2 months old. The other measure of prevention at the individual level is to avoid sexual intercourse with an infected partner. The other means of preventing the disease is to avoid traveling to Zika-infected countries. And as far as the household level prevention of transmission is concerned, it is advisable to have our doors and windows screened and have our homes air-conditioned, eradication of mosquitoes inside and outside the homes and their breeding sites, eradication of stagnant water anywhere inside the house or outside, and covering babies and younger children with screens or barriers, and then sleeping under mosquito net if the house is not screened or air-conditioned. And we want to mention here that this is the greatest asset the U.S. has, and which is going to limit the transmission of the disease in this country, because houses or homes are usually screened and air-conditioned. So the entrance of mosquitoes into people's homes is greatly reduced as compared to other countries where the disease is being transmitted by mosquitoes as at now. Next. And these are instructions for travelers as to what to do before they travel, what to do while they are outside this country, and what to do when they come back to this country. Next. Now, this is a very nice presentation of all the possible places where Zika virus, mosquitoes can breed in our homes. There are 14 of them. It will be very nice to take a very close look to identify where in our homes we can find places where mosquitoes can easily breed. In fact, it is noted that even the cover of water bottle which is left in our yards can contain enough water for mosquitoes to breed. So it's as bad as that. So we are to be on the watch out for any place where stagnant water is, even in our homes, flower vases and so on, where water can collect. Any stray mosquito inside the house can breed in that little amount of water. And, yeah, correct. Thank you. Treatment. There is no specific treatment for or vaccine for Zika as at this time. Research is on to develop a vaccine and possibly a treatment, but nothing is available as at this date. There's only supportive care, which includes get plenty of rest, drink fluids to prevent dehydration, take medicines to relieve fever and pain, and most importantly, please consult your doctor when you are concerned about anything. And to take home message, the take home message here is that to prevent the transmission of Zika, we should protect ourselves from mosquito bites, eradicate mosquitoes and breeding sites, abstain from sex or use condoms in appropriate situations, and avoid traveling to Zika transmission countries. At this point, I just want to say thank you for listening.
Any questions for y'all or for Kurt regarding?
How long after somebody recovers from Zika can, if a mosquito bites them, then they could transmit it? How long, in other words, this person that just got it wherever it was at, and they recover from the Zika virus, how long would it be before they wouldn't have to worry about mosquito biting them and then transmitting it to somebody else?
Actually, it is noted that the virus remains in the blood of a person who is infected for about 1 week. But to be precise and to be sure, we advise, or we know that at least 2 weeks is the time a virus can be transmitted from an infected person by a mosquito bite. It is also noted that the virus can stay in other body fluids longer than 2 weeks. For example, in urine, it can stay as long as several weeks. And the longest it has been recovered in the semen of somebody who has been infected is 62 days. That is why we think that preventive measures to prevent somebody who has been infected from being bitten by mosquitoes should be extended for 2 weeks or more.
Any other questions?
Yes, there's not a inoculation that can be performed, I guess, for large groups of things, it's just...
I'm sure that they're working on it as we speak. That and the Ebola virus, both are hot topics, vaccines. And Ebola has actually made its way into testing in some places. But Zika is still being theorized and designed, but not available.
We'll work on it. We'll get it done.
Well, Jen has also mentioned too, we've been telling people that the same mosquito bite, you know, you can, right now Zika's on everybody's mind because it's what the media is pushing. And it's pushing it because of the complication of the microcephaly. We still have to worry about West Nile. Over time, it's theorized it will happen with Zika as well, that we don't hear about as much about West Nile because probably all of us had antibodies to it already. We've already been bitten by it, our immune system has handled it, protected us, and then if we're re-exposed, that's the reason West Nile is still a problem. We still need to be careful about it, but maybe why we're not hearing it on the news as much as we are with Zika.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all for coming in and giving us an update.
Questions arise, please call us.
Okay.
Step out, we've got several things happening.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. We will consider and take action on agenda items 4 through 25. Number 4 is change of location, regular meeting in Commissioners Court on August the 9th, back to Commissioners Courtroom, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. This was because they got that trial coming in from out of town, and I think they were planning on using this room for the, maybe voir dire, but somehow that's all changed again, so looks like courtroom's back available, so we'll be back down here. I guess if it changes again, we'll put a sign up and move.
It'll be in the hallway.
Yeah.
Well, I think Bethany did say we published the public hearings on that day for
We're down.
JP courtroom, but we're gonna put someone down
Put
there
a sign there
and
in
have
person
them
or
come over
something,
here.
just have them down
Yes,
here.
sir.
Yeah, 'cause it's, I mean, we're set up for recording down here, video, which we're required to do, so it was, that's the only difficult thing. I don't mind, we'll do whatever we have to do to try to be accommodating to the other courts, but, okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is request from Information Technology Department for out-of-state travel for Tate Turnipseed to attend the Microsoft Ignite Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, September 25 through 30, 2016.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is request from 361st District Court Judge to travel to San Francisco for a meeting of the Standing Committee for the American Judicial System during the ABA annual meeting, August 4th through 7th.
Move. Second.
Motion is discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7 is acceptance of donation of bottled water and Gatorade from College Station Truckload.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is continuation of county road and bridge fee, $10 for child safety funds fee, $1.50 in addition to vehicle registration calendar year 2017.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is request from Road and Bridge Department for the following personnel change effective August 1st, 2016. This change will not impact the FY17 Road and Bridge Department. Change General Supervisor Road and Bridge Class Code 2605, Section 1 Group, not step, not applicable, pay code 014, pay code 013.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is approval of job description for General Superintendent, Class Code 2605, Position 1 for Road and Bridge.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 11 is request from Sheriff's Office to approve substituting Patrol Unit Number 170 instead of Patrol Unit 183 for turn-in due to a blown engine.
Approval. Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is payment authorization for Texas Communication in the amount of $315 for inspection and repair of radios. That purchase order was not obtained in advance.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is consider and take action on approval of Road and Bridge Department to purchase Autodesk AutoCAD Civil 3D 2017 software, 1-year maintenance plan at a cost not to exceed the purchase order amount.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is authorize the county judge to sign the law enforcement agency, LEA, application for participation in the Texas DPS administered 1033 program.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15, accept emergency subscriber list information license agreement with Frontier Communications.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is renewal of contract 17-002R for carpet cleaning with Assura Carpet Cleaning Services, Inc.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is renewal of contract 17-009R vehicle graphics with CC Creations.
Move approval.
Thought that was the one we wanted to
Yeah.
table.
We'll remove it.
Well, yeah, we probably ought to delay. I think when we looked at it, there's a lot of different,
Between
graphic
the
designs
designs,
in
yeah.
there that, and
Try to go to standard.
see if we can't look a little more standard, so.
I move to remove it.
Remove it from the agenda, and
Agenda.
we'll put it back on
Yeah.
later. Move to remove,
Right, move to
Second.
remove.
okay. Motion made, seconded, remove from the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is acceptance of Saddle Creek subdivision, Phase 6, Brazos County Road Maintenance System. The road, Vintage Oak Court, and roadway drainage systems are in the compliance with the Brazos County subdivision development regulations. Sites located in precinct 1.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19, consider and take action on the Welborn Special Utility District utility permit to construct a road bore for a 1-inch water line crossing at 12,300 North Dowling Road, 475 foot northwest of Blue Ridge Drive crossing will maintain a minimum depth of 36 inches below the ditch flow line, sites located in precinct 1.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is consider and take action on Welborn Special Utility District utility permit to construct a road bore for a 1-inch water line crossing 10-436 North Dowling Road, 1,500 foot southwest of Woodlands Drive. Crossing will maintain a minimum depth of 36 inches below ditch flow line. Sites located in precinct 1.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 21 is consider and take action on Wixom Creek Special Utility District permit to construct a road bore for a 1-inch water line crossing under Overlines Road, 2,045 foot northeast of Austin's Estate Drive. Crossing will be encased and be a minimum of 36 inches under the bottom of the ditch. Line will provide service to customer on 4808 Overlines Road, sites located in precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 22 is tax refund application for the following.
Move approval A through K.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, A through K, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 23 is budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 15/16, 44.1 through 44.10.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 24 is personnel change of status.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 25 is payment of claims to be paid by Brazos County, claim number 7146813 through claim number 7146974.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 26 is acknowledge of Brazos County Expo FY 2016 third quarter sales and marketing report. Number 27 is Sheriff's report on inmate population. Sheriff.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Our high in the last 24 hours was 623, down a little. We have 60 with ankle monitors and 16 are pending.
Okay, thanks, Sheriff. Number 28 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics. Number 29 is call for citizens' input and/or concerns.